Hello everybody, that runner Matt here, and welcome to the race day vlog for the White Horse Half, race number 3 for the Grand Prix series. Looking pretty nice today outside, as I'm sure you can tell with the sort of half-decent lighting at the very least. A little bit windy though, probably not quite as bad as last year, but we will sort of just have to see as we get out onto the course. And we'll just sort of see how we get on in terms of running. Things hurt. I'll delve more into it into the warm-up. I'm not quite sure who else is going to be there today. I'd assume Matthew Marshall won't be there, who was my sort of main competition last year. But there were... I can tell you Ben Cole was there last year, but he wasn't racing. He was pacing the winning female around, I believe, sort of 78 minutes to 80, that sort of time. But there's every chance that he'll be there again today, and maybe he will run with the same woman, or he'll have a go and disappear into the distance. But yeah, we'll sort of see how we get on when we get there. Dad is doing the rounds. He's picking up Anna, and then he's picking up Kirsty, and then he's coming back here to pick me up. And we will set off, and we will see you when we get there. Right, good morning everyone. On the warm-up, and not as windy as last year, which is nice, but certainly still windy in places. Just going through this new estate, which has only grown since last year. I don't know if you can see that building work behind me, but that wasn't there last year. But right now it's actually quite calm in terms of the weather, but I just remember the last sort of 5k last year being really nasty, so might sort of, be part of the tactic today to sort of tuck in, as at the front it's going to be a bit more, I don't want to say competitive, because basically Ben Cole's running. And for anyone that knows that name, he's pretty quick. He's doing London, so he said he'll probably go about marathon pace, which will probably be about race, my half marathon race pace. So, he might just sort of turn the jets on whenever he sort of feels like it. Because he did run last year, but he was pacing the first woman in, who was also Swindon, as far as I recall. And then we've also got Jonathan Sanchez Mosquera, who did Tame 10k, who's the other one in that group of 3. It was me, Thomas Fell, who beat me at the Boxing Day 5k, and then Sanchez Mosquera, who I think he finished 3rd at Tame, but he's a triathlete. He's sort of got that. He's probably got an even deeper base fitness than I do. So certainly be interesting to see how he gets on today. I believe he's also doing London. So I did message him last night, and he said that he will be racing. He's got his race vest, so he will be racing. So hopefully I'll be able to sort of tuck behind one of those two at some point. If not, we can just sort of, take a mile or 2 each and go from there. Also got over Crescent James Bolton, so you might sort of try and tuck in with us for a little bit and see how it goes. And of course we're not here just for me. we're here for the team as well. And yeah, it's not perfect. We definitely had chances to have a better team, but not to be. But still me, Steve and Luke as our front three. We're not quite sure who's going to be our fourth today. We'll just sort of, well, just see who comes in really. So as for who's actually going to get our fourth scorer and where we actually score in the team, obviously we haven't really got much of a clue who else is showing up for the other teams yet. But obviously, you know, the main heavy hitters, Headington and Woodstock, potentially Harwell, and especially with Jonathan being here, Abingdon will definitely score well. I am nursing a bit of a hamstring niggle at the moment. It didn't exactly happen at Banbury. It was more the day after, I think. I did my hip flex at Banbury, as I said in the video after the race. But I think it was the run the day after. I sort of just favoured the left leg too much. Oh god, I can't stop my watch. There we go. Yeah, sort of favoured the left leg a bit too much, and it's just been playing up a little bit ever since. It's certainly getting better. It's certainly better than it was. But yeah, it's just something to keep an eye on. And if I need to play it sensible and sort of let Ben and Jonathan go and fight it out, then I will. And if I have to settle for third, then so be it. I'm not going to be sort of, you know, I don't want to be disappointed at myself for playing it safe and getting third than potentially, you know, making something a lot worse than it needs to be for the sake of a few seconds, but not necessarily any more positions. So yeah. One other thing, these aren't mine. Due to admin error, I cannot find my sunglasses. Always forget something on a race morning, so these are Dad's. So we're going to rock with these. Do some drills, and then we'll finish the warm-up, get changed, and then rock on to the start, which is about half a mile away from the race HQ. So just need to keep that in mind when doing this warm-up and other things. So yeah, do some drills and let's crack on. Right, just going to do a little voiceover during the drills. Unfortunately, when I pressed record to start the race, it was literally press record and then 5 seconds later we started, because there wasn't really any safety briefing, which seemed a bit short-sighted. But anyway, just going to roll through the sort of the recording plan as I've got. It's going to be essentially the same recording plan as last year. Get the first 2 miles. Obviously I will cut it down and then it'll all be available on the full race video, which will be available probably 5 days to a week later after this. And I'll do about a minute for every mile, and then I will hit record and let it run for about the last 5k. Again, in this video I will only have the mile markers. So yeah, with that, enjoy the racing footage. Yeah.
Yeah, and you, mate.
Hello, gents.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you much.
All right, come on, Luke! Come on, Luke, every place, one more, one more! Come on, Luke! Come on, Steve! Bye, youngie. Yeah. All good, mate, well done. Come on, Mark! Come on, let's go! Awesome work, Mark McLeod, love it! What a cow!
Mate.
Come on, buddy. What a Fraser! Come on, Fraser, nice work, mate. What, Anna? Awesome work, Anna, nice.
Well done, Martin.
It's going to be tight. Let's go, Theo!
Theo's finish it. Come on, last 400.
Come on, Theo, let's go.
Done.
All yours, mate, well done.
Great running, well done.
Right, I think I've just got about enough battery to just do a quick post-race. Well, I'm halfway through the cool down, done a mile and a half, just gone back out on the course, waiting for lovely, lovely girlfriend to come past, and then I'll see her in. Yeah, third, sub 70. I mean, and from what you can tell from the race footage, it was basically a time trial. So to run that pretty much on my own, I am, you know, more than happy with. Knee just about held up. It's more on the cool down where it started hurting again, which, you know, it sucks, but it's just held up throughout the race well enough. So can't really complain. I think the men's team will probably set. Well, we definitely weren't first because Abingdon had, I think they had 6 in between. Well, Jonathan was first, Sanchez, who I was saying about in the warm-up. Him and Ben, first and second. But then there was 5 Abingdons between me and Luke, who was our next Witney. But I think we've got second, just in front of Headington, which is fine. That's plenty. That's good enough for now. Yeah, I don't think our best 4 would have beaten Abingdon today. They had a completely stacked team. So, that's just the way it goes. But I think our women might have won the team prize. So fair dues to them. Yeah, not much else to say. I'm just going to pan over to these, what I assume are peacocks. They're just sort of chilling in this electrical bit. I have no idea what those are. If anyone wants to tell me in the comments, that would be great. Give me a bit of education. I'm just going to hang here for another few minutes until Kirsty comes, and then I'll see myself in for the rest of the cool down.
Now the male men's teams, third place team were Witney Roadrunners, Matthew Locke, Luke Edwards, Stephen Young and Mark McLeod. In the ladies' 35 category, first was Catherine Jones of Woodstock, second was Donna Allen, and third Anna Scriggins of Witney. Ladies 55 in first place, Lucy Gettings of Compton Harriers, second place Sharon Christie of Witney, and third place Karen Busby. Is there anyone here from Compton who can take the prize losing along to the ladies' teams prize? The first ladies' team was Witney Roadrunners, which is Anna Scribbins, Lauren Beattie and Harriet Howard. And that concludes the prize giving. It just remains for me to say thank you very much for coming and hope to see you again next year at the same sort of time of year. Bye-bye.
In the homestead. A day after, I did catch the sun quite badly, so I did feel a little bit out of it, I'm not gonna lie. So I just decided to leave it a day just to sort of process and recover, because I would look a lot redder than I do now, to say the least. I don't think I really put it into good enough words on that cool down, maybe because I'd had too much of the sun, but I've just broken 70 minutes, that's on my own. So that could have been easily another 20-30 seconds if I'd have been running in a pack. And to have done that on what was essentially 1.5 legs, as I put in the Strava thing, I don't know how, but I've done it, so I'm not complaining. So that's 99 points in the Grand Prix, so thanks for that, Jonathan, very helpful, but that's still plenty. Third, as we saw on the team prizes there. Sometimes it's a little bit different on the old Grand Prix prizes, Grand Prix like points scoring, because some people aren't a Grand Prix team. But they have since come out, and we were third Grand Prix team. Only just so. Harwell weren't far behind us. We didn't realise quite how close they were. But shout out to the boys for dragging us home for third. And shout out to the girls for getting us that first place for the women's team. Hopefully we can make some inroads on Headington going into the next Grand Prix round, which is the first motivation of the series. And that will be on a Thursday night. So, I mean, it'll be standard. I will record it and all that, but it will be nice. And, firstly, I have never won that race. Last year, it was 4 days after London, but this time it's 3 days before, and I'm not racing London. So I'm going to be tapered into a 5-mile race. So that'll be really cool. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'm not like too tapered and feel like really sluggish or something like that. Also going to shout out Anna, who not only won part of the team prize, she got third in her category, and of course Sharon Christie, who also got second, I believe it was, in the category. You already know because you watched the prize giving, and if you didn't, go back, go watch it. So motivation is the next Grand Prix race, but the next race is Maidenhead 10, which is actually one of the highest viewed race videos on the channel. So I don't quite know why or how, but it is. Again, that won't be a full-on race. I've got two sort of, plans. It's either going to be my marathon pace or Anna's marathon pace. So either 5:30s or 6:45s. Just going to sort of play it by ear on the day. If there's a Witney Roadrunner that is doing Anna's marathon pace of 6:45 to 6:50, this is an open invitation to anyone who is going to Maidenhead or would like to do it. Feel free to use me as a pacer. Otherwise, I'll probably do my marathon pace of about the planned current marathon pace of about 5:30 to 5:35. With that, I would of course like to thank all of the volunteers for taking their Sunday morning, afternoon, and perhaps even evening to collect all the signs. And thank you to Whitehall Harriers for organising another fantastic event. Oh, and I forgot to say, it's down here. £30. £30 for third place. Not going to complain with that. I can add that to my tally for the year after the £40 from Banbury 15. So maybe I should keep a little counter. Let me know if I should do that. If you did enjoy, please do like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until the next one, trust the process. Bye.